Good morning. We're not quite ready to start. We'll start in about a minute. All righty. So I was getting on Instagram and someone's logged into my account from New York. I'm not there, so I'm changing my password. So we won't be on Instagram this morning. Okay? So I hope you've had a wonderful week. You can hear noise upstairs. My sweet honey's making a smoothie. I didn't have time to do that this morning. Okay? So block. If you can get onto the floor, a mat. Racquetball and a stretchy band. We are going to work up into the shoulders today. So anyway, I'll probably delete most of this out. Let's move our bodies, but let's start with seated and just loving on us just a little bit. Breathing deeply. Let the breath just wash up and over your spine, expanding. Just the sheer wonder and amazement of this body is incredible. Letting that breath be exactly what you need. And if all you can do today is get on your mat or sit in your chair and breathe, please recognize that that is yoga. Yoga is this connection. So I went and did an early class this morning and just kind of apologized to the teacher after we were done because I was on my mat, but I was doing what my body needed. And there were some things that she'd do and I'd come back in, and she was wise enough teacher to know to say, then you're doing true yoga. And that really is what yoga is. It's about listening. Wow, I'm tight here, I'm tight there. This hurts. Recognizing, you know what, Debbie's really flexible and she can go clear over here and I can't. And rather than beating yourself up for not being able to do it, right? You kind of just celebrate. Look, I'm breathing. It's a new mindset. So let that breath be long and slow. And as you're sitting there, I want you to start moving your neck, your head, maybe some shoulders, maybe some rib cage, and just kind of, where are you feeling it? Where's the body wanting to move? letting that breath just flow up and down, in and out. We did this a few weeks ago. You put your hands right on your rib cage. Inhale. Inhale so deeply that the hands actually spread away from each other. You create space in that abdominal. And then go ahead and exhale. Let them come back in. Inhale. Feel that spread and exhale. Back in it goes. Inhale. And exhale. A couple more. And then go ahead and just release. Beautifully done. Okay. Grab your block. Put it between your thighs. I'd like you to squeeze that block. Squeeze it hard. Feel the flesh on the sides of your legs hugging in. And when you move the block, you still feel a tingle. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Now, move it down towards the knees a little bit more so it's right between the knees and squeeze that. Notice that when you squeeze there, because you're squeezing with this bone that is one bone, because this is squeezing in, you actually might sit up a little taller. Doesn't mean we want the knees like this. That's not in good alignment, right? But we want those knees. We want this hug in. Now I want you to take this down to your shins, okay? Right there, it's below the knee, and just squeeze in. Notice what happens in the legs. Notice what happens in the feet. And then go ahead and lower it a little bit more to where it's between the ankle bones. It doesn't have to be all the way on the floor. It's just on those ankle bones. And then squeeze in with the ankle bones. And as you squeeze in, notice that you actually have this feeling of spreading through the toes. And I'd like you to spread through the toes. Letting that breath be a part of all of this. Never coming to a place where it's like, I'm not breathing. Okay? Our body needs that breath. Every moment it needs that breath. Go ahead and just hold the block, take it out. Notice your ankle bones. You can feel the shins. You can maybe feel the knees and still the thighs. One more, okay? If you can't get it wide at the very top of the thigh, you're welcome to go like this. But I want you as close to the pubic bone as you can get it, okay? For some of you, that might be difficult. It's okay. You don't have to have it clear up high. But if you can get that width, I'd like you to find that width and hug in. Notice you want to do this with your legs. Yeah, try not to. Just squeeze. Now our inner thighs are more tender, so you might feel that a little bit. Totally fine. Can you feel your legs working? I feel it clear up into my hips, to the outside of my hips. And then go ahead and release that block and just notice, gosh, my legs actually feel like they've worked a little bit. It's beautifully done, okay? Go ahead. We're actually going to work into our hips and then down to our feet and then up to our shoulders. So the next one, bring a leg, cross it over. Now, for some of you, I know that's impossible. If that's the case, you're setting your block down and you're just bringing the foot up on the block. And then you'll actually just take the leg out to the side. Now, the tendency with this is to let this one go. Hold it in. Still feel as if you've got that block on the ankle and shin, and that's hugging in while you go wide. So I'll do one wide, and then I'll bring it up and do one so that each of you know. Okay, you're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, and then the exhale is just creating a little lean forward. Now, you should feel that in the inside of that hip. Okay, inhale, come back to center, exhale, you're actually going to round and pull clear back. Okay, so when you pull clear back, you're way pulled. Look how far. Maybe you'll hit the back of the chair trying to round through here as much as you can. Okay, so I like to imagine in my mind, right, that I have some uh, eye screws, right? The ones that you can thread things through after you screw them in. And they're screwed into your spine. And then they're taking and they're pulling back with the spine. That's what's initiating this movement back. Okay. It isn't here. And then nothing happens with the spine. It isn't just the tuck of the tailbone. Okay. Although the tuck of the tailbone will help. But once you've got the head tucked, the chin tucked and the tailbone tucked, I'd like you to feel the pull back as if those eye screws, right, are pulling. There's something really pulling back. And then come up and they've released it for you. And then this leg's out to the side and you're pulling forward. Okay. This is one of the best things you can do for a healthy hip. Now, if you've got some injury that you're aware of in your actual hip socket, not just tightness, but injury and pain, then you're out of here. But we're moving. Notice the inhale is here. The exhale is a hinge. The inhale comes back. The exhale pulls back. Notice how good. This is a release. Inhale up and exhale, hinge. Inhale back and exhale, pull back. Yeah. And then while you're back here, we kind of shift your shoulders forward and let that rib cage, it's expanding. We're expanding through the ribs, we're expanding through the vertebrae, and then come back up. Beautifully done. So keep going. 4 more rounds. Okay, we're doing 4 on each side. If you're here, it's exactly the same thing, except that you're going to feel more sensation. Inhale up, the exhale is here. Now, if you can't do here, remember you're still here. Okay? Take that fold. Ooh, inhale back up and exhale. Here we go. You can use your hands if you want. You're not pushing on the knee, but you can push the shin forward. You'll actually feel a pretty big stretch if you can get that round. It's actually lengthening that hip flexor of the psoas. Okay, and it just feels fantastic. Inhale up. This one may not. Exhale, hinge. That may feel a little sense of sensation through the outside of the hip, through that inner hip. Inhale up, exhale, take it back. Maybe you push this forward. Notice it's not moving. Inhale up, exhale, hinge. Inhale up, exhale, back. One more. Inhale up, exhale, hinge. Notice the hinge, we're as flat a back as we can, a straight, natural spine. And inhale up and exhale back. And then go ahead. Maybe your toes have gone a little tingly numb. If that's the case, just wiggle through those hips. Now, this is in and out. You can also go wide and go in and out. This is a different set of muscles. This one gets into my outside of the hip a little bit more, right? Okay. And breathe. Second side. Okay. I'll do this one first. You're just bringing this foot up and here. Once it's up, you're going to flex it. And then you're going to try and still sit up as tall as you can. Okay. If you can't get it up there, your foot's here. This is still here. You're still feeling this hug in, but you've let the knee go wide. We'll do 5 each way. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale back up. Exhale, round. Pull back. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale back up. And round. Notice that you don't get as deep a stretch here as if it's a cross. But this is only, right, inhale and exhale. If you can't get that foot across because of your hips, okay, we love on our body just the way it is. We don't force it to be something it's not. Now that doesn't mean inhale back up and exhale. That doesn't mean that we don't take care of it. Okay? If you're eating a lot of junk, your body can't respond as well. It needs nutrients. Inhale up, exhale, round it back. We've got one more here. Inhale up, take that hinge. This is out, right? This is not. Inhale back, paying attention, and exhale. One of the things that happens is we get into this, if we're doing like 5 of something, we get into this movement that just becomes automated. Instead of automated, really feel the round back. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. Yeah, you're going to have 10 total, huh? If you're here, stay here. Go ahead and inhale and hinge and inhale and exhale. Hinge back, no, but reach back. Push a little forward here and you'll feel an extra stretch. Inhale up, exhale in. We're creating space in the hips. Flex this foot, inhale, and curl and round back. Feel the reach. Maybe there's a little gentle push forward. Inhale up and hinge. This is 3. Inhale up and round. Inhale up and hinge. May I suggest, inhale up and back. We got one more. That this is something you do every day. Oh yeah. Most of the stuff we do in this class could be adapted to a daily. And go ahead and come out. Release that leg and just wiggle through the hips this way and take them wide through the hips this way. This is that hug in. Beautifully done. Okay. Now, grab the block and let's do the feet. Foot on the block, ball is on the block, toes are up in the air. Reach the heel down. Move it so that you're at a right angle on that knee. Push down. You can lean forward to put a little extra weight into that leg, which pulls the heel deeper. Fabulous calf stretch. Okay. Go ahead and up and back down. And as you go back down, take another breath and inhale. And on the exhale, take all of your attention and feel that heel push down. Toes are spreading. Inhale up and exhale down. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Push into that heel. Yeah. Inhale up. 2 more and down. Inhale up and down. And then come up and just roll through that ankle. Let the hip move in and out. Beautifully done. Okay, before we do the other side, we're going to step wide and come back to center. Up and wide, up and come back to center. A lot of these muscles, as we age, they get weak. And I don't know if you've seen how older people kind of do more of a shuffle than a lift up of the leg. We want the leg strong. We don't want to shuffle. That's when we stumble. And up and back. Take it over to the side and hold it. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn a little bit sideways, but you're going to be doing the hinge and the round, just like we just did. So let me turn to the side so you can see it. It's hinge, creating the little curl, the neutral spine, and the not neutral spine. Okay, so we're facing at a diagonal. Our legs are as wide as we can get them, and you're not forcing them. Don't force them wide. There's no need to force ever. Inhale up. There's a roll forward. Exhale, round. Inhale up and exhale, round. Inhale up And an exhale that is round. And up and round. And then go ahead and move that back in. Okay. And you can always lift it if you need to. Wiggle through it again. Yeah, second side. Take it out to the side and back. Going up and over and up and back. So in my hip, my particular hip, I've always had this. There's a little click, 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 click. So if that's you, it's okay. Feel that thigh muscle moving. Go ahead and take it out to the side and hold it. We turn to the side because we're on the corner of the chair. It just gives us more ease to be able to lean forward. We have more room. We can do it facing forward, right? Inhale up and hinge. Exhale back and curl. Inhale up and hinge. Exhale back and curl. Inhale up and hinge. Exhale back and curl. One more. Inhale up, hinge, and exhale back. And then just come back to center. Pause for a minute again. Now, those movements are so subtle that sometimes we don't feel the vibration. We have to really pause. Can you feel feet tingling up through the legs? Into the pelvic area. Beautifully done. Okay, let's do our balls. Oh no, we got to do the second side. No wonder my right foot's feeling. Yeah, ball of the foot on the block. Spread through those toes and lay it down. Yeah, lean forward. Put extra weight into that heel. Come back up. Then come back down. Lean. Feel the toes. Try to spread. Try to make not your toe turned out. It's just your heels right behind your toes. You're like, well, Debbie, the heel's smaller. I know. And come back up. Last one. And down. Find the stretch. And back up. Beautifully done. Okay, move that off to the side and grab your ball. If you have these handy, your feet will get pretty good at doing it. Go ahead. Remember, we're finding the tight places. We're finding the places that are a little sensitive to some pressure. I'm leaning forward and back because sometimes the leaning forward and back gives us a little bit of extra weight on that ball of the foot. Oh, there it is. It's almost always this inner part of the arch towards the heel for me. Not quite sure why that is. And back to the other side. And then back to this side. You don't have to stay there if it's really, really painful. You can totally roll out, take a couple breaths. But breathe also while you're in there and kind of decide, can I hold this? Maybe not, right? And back out. And back in. And back out. One more. Back in. Okay, those are the first. The next is the shearing side to side. My heel is down. I'm going across. Start at the ball of the foot. Sometimes the ball of my foot it's just, I'm barefoot so much teaching yoga and then up on my toes. And there's a lot of work that goes into that ball of the foot. So now walk towards the arch and then you'll have to roll the ball back a little. Push the arch or the ball of the foot down and roll across the heel. Now I don't ever feel quite as much sensation on this side, on the heel side. I think that's because my heels are so calloused. Okay. Now we're going to roll, put some pressure as you roll forward and back. Again, the knee doesn't move past, so you might have to take the ball past 90. Let me finish my sentence before you take. So you don't want to roll it back and be clear back here. You want to roll it back to here, so you might have to take it out. That might be hard to control it, okay? It's really easy on carpet. Just say, take it forward and back, just roll, and watch me say that, and then the ball goes zoom off to the side. That does happen sometimes. Okay, and then go ahead and try to put the big toe on one side, the pinky toe on the other. And then just lean here. Take a couple of breaths, spreading your toes, and come all the way up. If you can pick that ball up, fantastic. Good for you. Okay, here we go. Finding tight places. Just roll around on it. You're looking for them. Okay, so even if you can't do much, this will help stimulate, right? The connective tissues that are throughout your body that connect it. They are called fascia. It's a form of connective tissue. Okay. Oh, there it is again. Wow, that's sensational. Okay, so find that, hold it for a few breaths, move it around. Notice that when you come back, it might not be quite so tense. As we age, the use of our feet, we just kind of forget it. Go ahead and leave the heel down and shear. So we make sure that we use the feet. Use the feet. Go ahead and walk it back. I'm walking the foot forward, the ball back. The ball isn't really moving. It's my foot moving forward. But I do notice I get to a place where I can't put as much pressure, so I move it back a little. And I'm going to go side to side. Put the ball of the foot down. Yeah. Okay, then a long ways. Out and back. And if you're like, oh, whoops, I need a little bit more, bring it back a little. Out and back. Out and back. Beautifully done. Yeah, fabulous work. And then just pause. Such a fabulous tingle. If you've got some neuropathy, this is absolutely amazing. You may not feel that tingle. You may feel it up in here a little bit more, but you won't feel it as much. Okay, so we did our hands last week. I think we should do them again. So squeeze the ball and then just put it on the top of your thigh. And then you're just going to roll around, finding tight, sore places. Making sure that kind of every aspect, we use our hands a lot to open things and close them. The arthritis, this is amazing for all of that stuff. And then go ahead and leave the hand down and roll across each finger. Make sure each finger gets a roll up and down. And then, my little knuckle here on the edge of my thumb and wrist. Okay, and then just hold them still and notice that tingle. Here we go. Squeeze. And that's probably a pretty good thing, although I think if you had a little smaller ball that actually compressed, if you need grip work, that would probably be better. We can hear you, Blair. And roll out that hand. So this is the one I jammed, and I really have been feeling some sensation. So we're just rolling a little more often than normal. Just spend some time right on that knuckle. And then go ahead, hand plants. Roll each finger and your thumb down and back. Kind of trying to, like, maybe even straighten it. This is great for hammer toes, by the way. And find there's that knuckle. I'm spending a ton of time as I sit. If I'm, like when I'm driving even, I'll massage that knuckle. And then maybe a little bit extra time on this into those metatarsal bone. And then release and just feel that. It's incredible. It's just an incredible sensation. Beautifully done. Okay, let's grab our shoulders. We'll start with just warming up. Just up and back and down. Forward and back and down. So if you've had a fall, oftentimes we reach out, right? It's just a natural instinct. We're told not to do it, but I don't know how you don't, because you want to stop yourself. So find that roll through the shoulders. They're going forward. They're lifting. They're going back. They're pulling down. So one of the things we're doing here is sliding the shoulder blade, right? The scapula. It's got muscle on the underneath side next to the rib cage, and then there's the bone, and then on the outside of the bone. But what happens is we want to be able to use that, but we want to use it when we want it, not have it be stuck either here, which it usually isn't, it's usually here because we spend more time with that rounded back, right? So pull it back. Maybe you're just pulling back and it's tough. Maybe you want to pull onto the chair and lean forward a little. Now notice it's not here. I've bent my elbows. I've reached the shoulders up. I've narrowed. It looks like I've narrowed my shoulder girth, right? The space it is. But then I'm going to bend those elbows and I'm going to try and widen the shoulders. You can pull the elbows a little out to the side and try to widen those shoulders. And then we're rolling. There's nothing wrong. We want them to be able to roll forward, but we want them also to stay back. So we're just creating as big a shoulder circle, and then we're going to reverse it. Go back first. Let the elbows go back as if someone's kind of pulling on your arm. Say, hey, come this way. They're pulling back and they're opening you up. And then you take them up as high as you can. And then you roll them forward. Now that, if you're a swimmer, that's a huge motion, right? And you're going to want to make sure you do the opposite motion. We'll get to those arm circles in a minute. And pull it back and up and back and up. Maybe this is a rowing machine. Maybe that's what you use. Okay. Finding that range of motion. Go ahead and take one up and then the other. Pulling them up and pulling them down. Okay. And then again, pull them on the back. Reach for the back of your chair. You can take the back on the side. You can take the top. You can take the seat, depending on your shoulder. Okay. Try to hold on. I really do like to hold the rail. Bend the elbows, and I really pull the shoulders up and back. So it's like my chest is reaching forward. Now the tendency is here. Okay. You don't get to do that. You're also pulling the head back. Remember that double chin, as if someone's pulling back. And then go ahead and take the lean. We've already leaned a couple times. Stretch through that shoulder. If this is painful, lower it down. Holding on to the bottom of the chair. Reach it forward. Find that length. From the top of the head through the tailbone. Lengthen through the body. Tuck your chin. There's nothing wrong with tucking our chin. Pull the shoulders away from the chin. Shoulders are going towards the back. The chin is going towards the front. And then release, pause, and notice the tingle. That's blood flow, okay? Across. Looking over one shoulder, inhale back to the other shoulder. Inhale, exhale. We'll reverse this in a minute. Inhale, exhale. Okay, we're going to add to it. Inhale, exhale the chin down. Inhale, exhale the chin up. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, just stay here now and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and take shoulder towards the ear. Remember, We may bring this hand up to get a little bit extra stretch, but I am never, never just pulling down on my head and neck. That's like compressing this spine, pulling discs out of place. As I pull down, I'm pushing back with my head. Okay. I want that action. I lift this arm and you can do little pumps there and you'll feel it through the top of the shoulder. But make sure that whatever pressure you're putting on your hand, equal or more is trying to take the head back up. Yeah. And then hold still, maybe some palms up, palms down. That one is a stretch. This one I don't feel much. Open it, close it, let it just hang. Release by pulling the head up, okay, and then drop that on. Beautifully done. We're inhaling this way. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Now, if you feel a ton of cracking bones in your neck, okay, go a little bit more gentle. Inhale and exhale. Let's add our nose down. Inhale, nose comes down. That's where I usually feel my crackle. Inhale, nose comes up. Exhale. Inhale, nose goes down. Inhale, up. Slow it down. Inhale, down. Inhale, up. One more each side, or well, whatever. And down. And inhale, and up. And come back to center. Inhale. Beautifully done. This hand is going to play tug of war. Push down, push back. Yeah. Breathe. This one comes out, little pumps. Getting right into the top of the shoulder, working that muscle. Okay. Doesn't take much. It's not a very big muscle. And then hold it down. And then if you want, you can come up here. I feel that work right through here. And all the way up into here. And then back. And here. And back. Now it's like you're pushing against something. So there's always that little bit of a resistance. One more. And then come back and release. Tuck your chin to your chest. Okay, without putting your hands up, pull the chin down. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Okay, at the same time, now take the shoulders behind you. Look over to one side, like you're looking over the cliff of your legs. Maybe raise your eyebrows and really look over. And then come back and go to the other side, stretching not only the side of the neck, but around to the back, getting that whole part of that. Beautifully done. And breathe. Okay. A few more things with the shoulders, and then we're going to do our sun salutations. So, here we go. Hold on. Come about 12 inches. Okay, you're not squeezing here, but you can hold it, but don't squeeze it. Okay, squeezing takes it into your wrists and your forearms. Not wrong, but right now we're doing shoulders. Okay, so pull, let the elbows go, just pull wide and back. If you've got a green strap, they're a little bit harder than maybe the red or the yellow or the blue. Depends on where you buy them from. And back. Take it out and back. You should feel that all along the chest and through the top part of the arm, the bicep of the arm. Wow. And back, maybe in the shoulder a little bit. Take it out. Now you'll feel the shoulder, just tiny little lifts. Try, while you do this, I'm going to turn to the side. As you pull out, try not to let this happen, okay? Or even here. Keep those shoulders pulling back so that you're just moving. You can feel the front of the shoulder work, no question, but you can get into the shoulder blade as well, and then release them. Notice how quickly that burn comes, okay? That's normal. These muscles are so much smaller than these muscles, right? Okay, here we go again. Pull it out to the side, little pumps. Pull the shoulders back. Okay, when you start to feel the burn, take 2 more breaths. Okay, come slow. Inhale, exhale, and then release. And we got one more set. Okay, beautifully done. Here we go. Inhale, little pumps. Notice my wrists aren't collapsed. I'm really trying to pull with my thumb. Breathe. Pull back when you feel the burn. 2 more breaths. Slow breaths. Oh my goodness, I feel that. I feel that. Inhale and exhale and release. Oh, fabulous. Now we're going to work our tricep for a little bit. So the easiest way to do this is to flip one side up over your shoulder. Then you're going to reach around and find this. Okay. Now, if you can, that's why I make these straps long. I buy it this and cut it myself because I like 6-foot lengths. Grab the strap and also the chair. Okay. You can bend the elbow and grab so that there's a little bit of a stretch. Hair caught. Okay. This arm, now, if you can't raise your shoulder, then you're doing this here. But if you can, okay, come up and hold right about here. Reach up. Notice my elbow's bent. See if you can get the hand behind. Okay. You're going to pull this across. You might think there's an easier way to get in. It's okay. Hold on to that, and you're going to reach down to where you can reach it. Okay. Holding onto the chair and the strap, and you're just going to straighten. My hair's getting caught. As much as you can. You may not be able to get it very strong, and then it's not just slingshot back, right? It's resist the whole way down. Notice how my head kind of wants to move forward. Okay, if that's the case, just pull it back. And if you keep getting your hair caught, then just go a little bit more out to the side. Now, because of my hair, I'm tucking my chin, and then I'm lifting my chin. You are welcome to do it that way. Okay, we've got 2 more. Pull it up. Notice my hands are tight, but not squeezing the strap. Last one, little pumps. You're going to go, Debbie, we haven't done this for a while, I know. And release. Just pull the strap off. Let's start again. Okay, you've got the strap in your lap. It's over that shoulder. Okay. You make it long enough that you can reach down and grab here. Yes. Okay. This is then going to come up behind you and over this shoulder. Grab up by the chest. Okay. Straighten the arm. Bend it and straighten it. Now, notice on this one, you can reach down deeper if you want. Okay, so up and back down. Up and back down. Up. If you need to come forward, then yeah. This one's not as much hair or something. Reach and back. Last one. And then little pumps. Burn it and release it. Beautifully done. So, one more. Biceps. Pickup muscle. Okay? Go ahead and step on it and lift so that you have 2 straps. Most of you have done this with me before. This isn't new stuff, okay? We're going to pull the elbows straight back like this, and then we're going to try and lift the hands. And back and release, okay? Inhale, back. Exhale, up. Inhale. We're still breathing. And back. And back. And up. And back. Still breathing. Back and up. Down. Still breathing. In and up and down. And then, we'll do one more. And this time we're going to just hold it and do little pumps right there. Front of the shoulder. Notice that the back of the shoulder, the back of the arm's getting some work as well. And release. Beautifully done. Step. You don't have to go clear down here to hold it. Okay, it's totally fine here. This isn't burn yourself out. This is let's strengthen all around the shoulder, every part of the shoulder. Okay, they give you enough break. Breathe deeply and go ahead, and it's pulling back and then up and then down. Remember, not the slingshot. A slingshot would look like this. Down, up, yeah, that's not going to help your muscles. And back and up and resist and back. Couple more. Back and up and resist and that. Back. Remember we talked last week and resist. Last one, hold it up. Back and up and then little pumps. Okay. We talked last week that when we get colder outside, our muscles can do a little bit more. And release. Oh, shake that out. Beautifully done. Now, if you could only do part of that, that's fine. Okay. I'm going to show you a stretch. I'm going to show you on the floor first, on the mat. That's why the mat's this way. And then, but you can do this at the wall, because I know getting down on the floor is difficult for some, okay? So, I think you can see me down here. That's why I did it this way. On your belly, arms are out to the side, okay? Your face is into the mat, but I'm going to have mine up so you can hear me. Okay, you're going to gently, this arm will come in, this leg will bend, and you're going to just roll. Now, some people can go way over, right? You don't have to do that. Now, remember, we're going to do this on the wall. This foot won't really lift off the floor much, but it's going to reach, and we're stretching through that shoulder. And then you'll come back to center. Second side. This arm bends, this knee bends, and you just push with this hand to roll you over. And hold for a couple breaths and come back, okay? So that's what we're doing, but you can do that on the wall. Let me just adapt this screen for you. Whoa! Computer slides. There you go. So totally do this here on the wall. Just come up, you make a T. Maybe your T's down here. It's okay, okay? So let's go this direction first. Bring the arm, bring the leg, and just roll around. Okay, just pushing in, finding a stretch on the front of that shoulder. Come back to your T. Go to the other side. This arm comes in, this leg goes back. You totally can bend the elbow a little bit. The elbow's not coming out to the side. You're trying to keep it on the wall. And just roll and breathe. You're welcome to do this. It's a little bit more intense. Okay, and then come back and roll through those shoulders. That's another one that would be very beneficial to do every day. Yeah. All righty. So we're at the class time when we can just, we're almost done. You feel your body. Okay, we are still going to stay standing for just a moment because we're going to stretch out our hamstrings. Reach long. We've talked about this. You've used your shoulders. So you're going to come up and out this time rather than just holding. The inhale will bring you out. Push in here. The exhale pulls back with the hips. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up and exhale back. And then go ahead and hold this for a few breaths. I love to shift my hips back and forth so you can bend your knees. It's almost like you're doing the hula Find that length in the spine. Let the head come between the ears if you can. Maybe you need a taller chair. Totally fine to add something up higher. This is also could totally be done on a wall. Okay, if you want to just come like this far down. Let me see if I can, I don't know how to show you this without, you can't see it because all you can see is my rear end. But on the wall, you'd come here and you could be up a little higher for that stretch. Because what we're looking for is not, see my head here? If I can't get it lower because I'm not flexible enough, then come up here and move here, right? Use your hands on the wall to come up and down because then you're getting those arms over that head. Beautifully done. Let's do a few just of our sun salutations. Walk it all the way in. Reach your arms up. That's an inhale. The exhale comes down. We walk it back. We stretch. Now we're going to add something to this. Usually we just walk back in. You bring your hands to your thighs, kind of round and unround. Bring the hands here and walk back in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Notice the exhale takes you a little longer. Inhale and inhale and exhale. Inhale. Beautifully done. Fabulous work. Okay. If you can get onto the floor, go ahead and get on the floor. I'm going to get on the floor today, but I'll show you first how to twist from the chair. Okay. Twists are amazing. We didn't do any of this kind of twist today. Okay. This shoulder comes up and over. This hand here. If you have a tendency to pull those knees together, use a block. Okay. Hand here, pushing in. This shoulder comes up and over. Take that twist. Hug that block. Lengthen. Now on this, while you're twisting, will you come up and down the spine? So rounding it and lengthening it and rounding it. There's so many little tiny intrinsic muscles that we can access in the spine here, okay? And then come back to center, other side. Arm up, shoulder up and around, hand on the thigh. That's the setup, right? Squeezing the block keeps us from really sacrificing what's happening in our legs. And just open. This elbow pulls kind of towards the waistline. That'll keep that shoulder on the back and help open. It'll also help you twist a little bit more. Take a deep inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and come back to center. Now we're going to move with our breath. Up we go. Inhale. Exhale, round it back. Inhale, lengthen. Then exhale back to center. Other side, shoulder. Find that shoulder on the back. Inhale. Exhale, round. We didn't round, so stay here for a few minute breaths. I forgot this one. Up and back. Up and back. Inhale, open, and exhale. Two more each side. Inhale, open. Okay, I guess I'm not doing this on the floor, am I? Inhale, up, and come back to center. Inhale and exhale. And squeezing that block and finding the movement and celebrating what my body can do and come back to center. Beautifully done. Okay? Time for Shavasana. If you're staying here, you're welcome to just add a bolster, add something, and just hang. Make sure your head's supported. So if you might need two, or maybe you need a fold to bring it up high enough. But try to just relax. If you're on the floor, I think it's very beneficial for our spines to lie on the floor with something under, with our knees bent and something under our knees. You can take your feet a little wider and let the knees knock together. And breathe. Letting that breath wash over. Letting it be deep. And pausing for a good 5 minutes. I'm not going to hold the pose, but I'm getting up, but I want you to stay there for 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes. I'll talk through a little bit. Keep breathing. As you breathe, let thoughts, they'll come. They always do. Our brain is a thinking machine. But think of them as clouds. Just let them go right back out. Inhaling and exhaling. You're welcome to stay a little longer. And you can just listen as I close. Or if you want, you're welcome to, start breathing deeply. Start bringing awareness to trickle back in. As that awareness trickles back in, kind of wander through your body. How's my neck feeling? How are my shoulders? How's my back and my rib cage? My waistline, my hips, my legs. If you're on the floor, you're wiggling the same way. Keep your eyes closed and just breathe and wiggle. How am I doing? Okay. If like most of us, you just kind of go, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Then come back and do some more yoga. Maybe you go and you find someplace, but you just want to be able to move your body. What we don't move, we lose. We know this. Okay, if you've ever had an injury, a broken bone and a cast where it's held, you get done and the muscles are not there. They're still there, but they're not strong and you have to rebuild. Okay. Our muscles are meant to break down and rebuild. That's how they were designed. Slowly begin wiggling fingers, toes, and wrists and ankles. And if you're on the floor, roll onto one side. And from your side to a seat, you can sit on your mat. You can move yourself back to the chair. Letting that breath just up and down your spine. It's a Thursday. We're heading into a week, and end of the week. As we breathe, as we finish off October this weekend, right? As we head into Thanksgiving and Gratitude Month, we've been talking a lot about gratitude this month as well. Find something to be grateful for, something about you, not something that you can do, something about just your body, the way it is right now, at this age, at this time. Whether you've got a hip that needs replacement, a shoulder that just did, a knee that's bugging, whatever, okay? Find something that you love about your body right now. Offer a little prayer of gratitude. Maybe, I'm hoping, and if I was in person with you, I would be able to tell you many things. Your heart's beating, your lungs are working, okay? Your spine is holding you erect. Your skeleton holds up your muscles, okay? Your digestive system, it's working. There's so much. I've got eyes that can see. I have a mouth that can speak. I have a nose that can smell, right? There's just so much. Find it all. But start with just one thing. Because sometimes that whole year's like, I don't know, everything hurts, or I just feel this way, or I'm tired, or push that aside and find one thing. And then let that list just explode. Have a wonderful day. Bring your hands to your heart center. We'll just end with